shit. We just watched episode 4 of No Game, No Life. What'd you think of this one, Vic?
I liked it. It was cool.
I thought it was good. It was better than
good.
The last two.
The humor wasn't like
because
shoving
there was nothing
itself,
stupid.
It wasn't shoving it up my ass.
The only moment that was that kind of humor was when the girl breaks down after the loss. But it
wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. I snickered at the fact that it was happening.
It does upset me how much they degrade poor Steph. And like
for
they
no
made
reason.
her wear that stupid outfit. I'm like, what did she do? What did she do?
Well, they said that it was her fault because she made them wear stuffy outfits, so they put her in an outfit.
I guess they just fuck with her too much.
She is kind of stupid and useless. Though,
I mean, she's stupid, but they haven't given her the opportunity to be anything but stupid.
Right, yeah. I think that's kind of her just lot in this story, is that she's just the observer.
Put her down forever.
Right. She's the character who can be dumb that they can explain their plan to her because she doesn't understand it. There was a pretty good rousing speech in this video.
Yeah.
I know you like the rousing speeches.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept is, like, the idea that, you know, oh, we're weak and therefore we're more cunning and everything, on the one hand is kind of nonsense, but on the other hand is a good idea. Yeah. You know, like, conceptually,
it's a good theme.
It's interesting, right? Yeah, theme.
It's like, we could use our brain. Because it seems to me like that's probably what the world is founded on, is the fact that everything is solved through a game because, like, a gamer doesn't have physical strength and stuff.
Right, and the idea is that the two of them are the weakest.
Because everyone is
world.
on equal terms if they're smart enough to play the game, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know that the idea that if you're weaker, you're going to automatically use cunning. Because there's plenty of strong people who are also cunning.
I mean, they're just saying, you know this
it's
is our
clever.
Only strength.
I wouldn't apply it to the real world, but it's a clever speech, and it's well done. And I thought it was great in the context of the show. And
it sounded like some shit, you know, that kind of person would say.
You know what? But you know what speech it reminds me of? Is Inglourious Bastards, where he explains that the Jews are, like, he says, you know, a German is like a, I don't remember what he compares the Germans to, I think it might be a hawk, and he says that Jews are like a rat, but he meant it as a compliment because the rats could hide, you know, and, like, knew all the hiding places and how to get away, and so he would think like a Jew. That speech is similar to this one in terms of saying, like, they're weaker and therefore they think differently, kind of thing. Pretty good speech. The ending where they talk to God is cool because they declare what their ultimate purpose here is, not just to become king, it's to become God. And because I think it's cool that it keeps it away from the risk of them becoming too good of characters, because so far they're fighting on the side of humanity, and they give a lot of speeches about why humanity's awesome, and he wears an I Love Humanity t-shirt. But they make it clear that they don't really care about humanity.
It's about the game to them, like, and about winning.
Right. He has faith in humanity. He really does believe that they're strong, but it's not that he cares about humanity so much as that he believes that they can be used that way. And the fact
he needs them to follow him.
Right, because he says to God, I'm glad the motivation wasn't to save humanity or something noble like that, you know? So it's like, no, it's just a game. So that's a cool way to, because I was scared that they were going to become too, like, big heroes, like I said in episode 1 or 2. I didn't want them to be too heroic, because the point is that they love games. They're not here to be, you know, like, morally right. They're here to be gamers, you know. The only thing that I'm scared of is that the show only has like 13 episodes. There's no way they're gonna get through.
But that means it could
it
could just be really fast, straight battles the whole time.
Right, but then it's just gonna end, and it's not gonna get anywhere close to the ending. You know, they're never gonna take over the world in the course of the show.
I think they will.
It's only 13 episodes. We've already got 4 down.
Probably just gonna cut out a lot of
they're not.
A lot of shit though.
The novels probably aren't even over
or something. Yeah.
The thing is, it's a Madhouse show, and Madhouse has, like, back when Masao Maruyama was the president, and he's not anymore, mind you, but he had said once that with Madhouse Studio they don't like revisiting shows unless it's Hajime no Ippo. They said that's the only show that we will keep doing no matter how many times they ask us to, but they wouldn't do it for anything else. And historically, Madhouse adaptations just kinda end. Either they make up their own ending, which is shitty, usually. Like, Claymore is like 13 episodes of, or I think it goes up to like 15 or 16 or so is like straight from the manga, and then they just made up some shit for the rest of it, and everyone hated it.
Yeah.
And then there's like, you know, they've had a lot of shows that are like 26 or Trigun, good example. First like 20 episodes follow the manga, and then they just made up shit for the rest of it. But they've done it a lot. They've done a lot of adaptations that just kind of end unfinished, and they never touch it again, you know. And I don't know if that's still the way they operate now. I mean, they've been doing Hunter x Hunter for like fucking 130 episodes. They still do Hajime no Ippo, but again, they said that even back then. So what I'm worried about is that we're going to get 13 episodes that are basically just an advertisement for the manga and novels.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're going to have to go read those.
I like the music.
Yeah, the music's good.
Music was on point.
I'm glad you brought it up, because I always forget to mention the music.
Definitely
whenever I like it.
Added to the enjoyment of everything.
Right.
It felt really appropriate.
The song When
like
They Talk to God was really cool.
It sounded like cool video game music. I like the 8-bit song that was in there.
And the opening theme is one of my favorite opening themes of the
music's
of the
good.
season.
Art's good.
I feel like we're not gonna get a full show, and we're gonna have to, you know, it's gonna be like, go read the manga, and I'm gonna be like, but I don't wanna, so then I'll never know how it ends or anything, you know. But yeah, that's our impressions.